Movies and money is taking a political turn this week. An anti-Obama film is now in the top 10. Erik Childress, Vice President of the Chicago Film Critics Association, joins us now. There's been some controversy about this film. Some people love it, some people hate it. What's going on behind the scenes?
Well, behind the scenes, you have, we got the Republican National Convention out this week, and this film that, produced by Dinesh D'Souza, based on a book, The Roots of Obama's Rage, is now sort of taken the box office a little bit by storm, busted into the top 10, did very well for a documentary. The Republicans groups are actually busing people, friends of theirs to see this movie and get the word out, and clearly it made an impact this weekend.
So that's what helped to drive the numbers on it.
It absolutely did.
What about this controversy with CNN not wanting to air the commercials to the movies? Have you seen something like this happen before?
Well, I can't speak exactly for CNN whether or not they're going to take a position where they don't want to, but their newspapers, radios, television, all people are getting criticized by the right wing for not advertising this film and not talking about it. Here we are talking about a film because now we've seen it.
We talk about everything in
the show.
Right,
exactly. But before this movie came out, I barely even knew this thing was coming out. They didn't screen the movie for critics. They didn't show it to anyone. They weren't advertising anyone. I don't know how much of that was, people refusing to do it. Very little, from what I understand. And people didn't know. I barely knew about this thing 2 weeks before it came out. And
it is really just reports on the CNN story. But let's take a look at what happened at the box office. This is unbelievable. These numbers are so low. Expendables, the big winner here, at $13 million, and really cracking $7 million on this list. You were a winner.
Yeah, well, we talked about this last week. People are kind of really shocked at how low the numbers are, when the truth is they really shouldn't be. If they sort of follow the history, at least since 2000, 28 of the last 42 movies that have opened on the weekend before Labor Day, and that includes the 3 that opened this weekend, 28 of 42 didn't even crack 10 million.
Take a look at what's coming up this week. Lawless. Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure.
Say it together.
And The Possession.
Yeah. Well, the Labor Day, the sort of the average winners for Labor Day is not a huge weekend at the box office. People go on vacations and whatnot, kind of winding down at the end of the summer. About 14 million is usually enough to win this weekend, and I think The Possession is going to win. So Lionsgate will have their 3rd week in a row at #1.
Erik Childress, Vice President of the Chicago Film Critics Association. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you.